The Ruin City raid is the newest raid to anime Vanguards, coming in update 5.5 with the potential to wield drops such as Sid, a new familiar, and the shop also contains another new familiar. However, sometimes it's a little bit annoying to grind this and you don't want to do it over and over again. So in today's video, I'll be providing a macro for Ruin City for people that want to go about their lives but still enjoy the game. I'm sorry, Paisefa. I hope you still love me. Let's get into this. Alright guys, coming down into Salmon's projects, that's where the macro is located at. But if I do forget the link again this time, I do have a Discord server now you guys can join. Shout out to Cooker and his friends, and if you go over to the affiliate servers, I have the invite link right here so that you cool. I will never forget a link, and even if I do, it's always in my Discord server that you guys can join up. Going back over to Salmon's projects, right now the macro is not released to everybody. It is in the early access section, which you can either wait a couple days for it to come out or spend 50 Robux, very small amount, to get early access because they make all these macros for free. And, you know, maybe they want a little bit of stuff for it. But coming over to the AV Sid early access, as you can see, we're going to the newest one, version 1.0.1b, and we have the download link. But before we download that, we do have to turn on some settings for the Windows threat protection because it does think that's a virus, but it's only thinks that because it's accessing your mouse and keyboard to actually do the macro. But they're not hacking you. It's obviously, it's for the macro. So going over here, I'm going to open it real quick. So coming over to the virus and threat protections, we can go to the manage settings right here, and we can just turn off all of these. I guess most of these will be fine. And then we can go and actually download the thing real quick, and then obviously turn it back on right after that happens, so you know you don't accidentally go down the virus on your own. I'm going to save mine to my desktop. And another thing you can do, if it still does not let you download it, as you can see, I have it right here. I'm going to extract it with WinRAR. It is a WinRAR and AutoHotkey macro, so you delete those. WinRAR, extract here. And then we should have the folder over here. But sometimes the folder might just delete itself. This sidraid.exe might just delete itself. So what we're going to want to do is come over to Windows and then go over to exclusions and add or remove an exclusion. And we're going to add one. We'll just do folder for this one. And we go into my desktop and do sidraid, select folder, and now we have that as an exclusion. So now we can exit this out and go over here and open this sidraid, and now it works. So now we can actually go and you can turn back on those virus threat protection, which I will do once the video is over and I'm done recording. But now we're going to go over into Roblox real quick and we'll do some settings. Alright guys, coming over into Roblox, on the Roblox settings first. So we have shift lock is off, camera mode at default, movement mode at default, FPS set to 60, English should be on English, and then camera sensitivity, this one should be on 0.15, and then graphics mode, make sure that's on the lowest, and you can turn off the performance stats and whatnot. You don't want the performance stats on if you do have them on. And then headphone size voice chat was talking about up here. It's recommended to disabled, but not needed. And then coming down to the bottom left, anime Vanguard settings, just basically enable everything. And then make sure your UI is at 1, just like so. And that should be all your settings. Just one more thing, you want to make sure you have on resolution 1920 by 1080, which is recommended, and make sure the scale is at 100%, which is a must. And then have HDR disabled, and then language, English, keyboard layout, QWERTY, the basic stuff. Just make sure you got all that stuff down. And then we should be good to actually set up the macro real quick. All right, guys, and now you may be wondering what the team is going to be. All right, so like, what should I have? Because obviously this is a hard raid. It's just a little lollygag. Put down whatever units you have and just, you're good to go. So here's the team. Excuse me. So slot 1, and again, most of them I'm reading from the Discord server because, you know, they have that there. Again, you can look at that guide on your own if you want to. So slot 1 should be your best DPS that can deal tons of HP fast. Recommended is Aizen / Monarch or whatever it makes John Shadow lose health fast. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and equip Aizen. I have a Blitz Aizen, you know. He's there for the big damage with the range. He does it over time and whatnot. And slot 2, Summoners to prevent the leak. Recommended Vanguard Sunju. You can use Yamamoto as well, but Vanguard Sunju is obviously the best one. And slot 3, second best DPS. Virgil or Dante, highly recommended. And I'll be popping my Virgil because I have Deadeye and Godly Damage on him. So very good to have. And slot 4 is support. If you bring Virgil, then it would be recommended to use Katakuri or Esdeath or any stun, slow, / free unit. And for that, I do not have Katakuri yet, so I will be using Boo because he does stun off placement. And I do have Ethereal on him. And then last 2 slots, always Taka and Speed. So just come over here and do Taka. Right there, equip. And then go with Speedwagon. Equip that. And you should have your team. And now the other thing is your mount. The mount is very important. Right now, the best mount for this is Aizen's Aura Chair, but the Snow Bike does also work as well. As you can see, the Cloud, not one. So you're going to go over to your items, go over to your mounts, and me, I do not have the Aura Chair, so I'm going to equip the Snow Bike, which still works, just a little bit less successful. So if you have Aizen Aura Chair, then make sure to use that. And then for your placement settings, I'll be just using the recommended placement settings, which is just your best DPS. I have on 3 placement because my Aizen is not Monarch. And the next one is your Summoner, which is, Sun Jiwoo. You're going to make sure you have him on max. And then manual skill is Vanguard, Sun Jiwoo, Nuke, plus Summon. And you got your Virgil over here. 3 placements for me. Just leave them all at. And then your DPS, stun, support, whatever. Gonna come over here and have them on 3 placements. Have them on first. Just like all this stuff. And then make sure you also have on how many slots. You have 6 slots unless you have 5. Then you change that, obviously. And then you can save that. And then your main settings, you have your other stuff. Webhook, modifier. You can pick whatever you want for this, but you don't need modifier for this, I'm pretty sure. And webhook, you can put that in on your own. And then saving timer. The weaker you are, the higher time you need. 30 to 90 seconds. I'll just leave mine on 60 seconds just in case, so it doesn't fail. And you can also lastly select Act 2, hard mode, if you want hard mode. And one more thing, I forgot again. Mount, make sure you select the winter mount if you're not using Aizen's Aura Chair. And if you're slow mode on, obviously you can change it if you want. But that should be the macro. Now, I have not tested this team out to see if it works yet, but going on easy mode, not hard mode, it should work out pretty well for us. So I'm just going to press F2 to run the macro. Make sure it's also aligned, and I'll let you guys watch this. And hopefully it works. If it does not work, that's just on my team. But this macro, to make sure you have a good enough team. If it doesn't work, it probably will be my Aizen, which I might have to change up or get a better trade on him. But yeah, hopefully it works. Let's go. All right, guys, right here, this is where the macro may or may not fail. I do not know. Again, with the mount, it's not 100%. As you can see, picks his number, interacts with it, then goes back, goes to number, interacts with it, then goes back, goes to number, interacts with this. Don't know if we'll hit this. If It may be the mount. Goes number. Did we get it? I don't know. I think we hit it. We're not dying. I think it worked. Hey, that's it. If we somehow randomly die, which I don't think we do, I think we hit the numbers. It's about the mount. Winter mount, 24 seconds. Seems to work as pretty well. You might have some runs where it doesn't hit it just because of some lag or some RNG, but yeah, Mago seems working well. We'll just go back to when we actually win. Alright guys, so Sid's about to be completed, as you can see, and then boom, we win. So again, it comes really close down to the mount and the lag. If you don't lag at all, you should be good to go, but obviously, you know, sometimes you may lag or whatnot, and it will drop your FPS and you might be done. So, that's really it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get happy grinding, and I'm sorry for the people who hate macros. And I know I made a macro or a macro hate video, or, you know, kind of in-depth talking about that, but these are still kind of my thing, so hope you guys understand that. And again, join the Discord server, join my Roblox group, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.